Moving on to some impressions here. Yes, it did work. Nothing broke. Ignore my no view video that just got uploaded. So, I love BioShock, and there's an interesting thing about BioShock. There was some kind of presentation when the game was coming out, and they were like, "Oh, here's a demo." It kind of came out of nowhere. If I recall correctly, they said there wasn't going to be a demo, and then there was about a week or two before. And because there was nothing else going on, and around this time, I believe it came out around this time 9 years ago, you download the demo and you play it, and I played through that demo so many goddamn times. I mean, we're talking 20 times. I'm trying to jump off the world. I'm finding weird things. There was a way to clip through the geometry and go onto this weird section that didn't really do anything, but you just could walk there. It's incredible. BioShock is incredible in what it did. There's so many things to talk about with BioShock, but that's all kind of it's old, right? It's 9 years old. Does it hold up? Does it change? I tried to go back to it a couple of years ago, and it didn't feel right. It didn't work. It didn't look right. It just felt off. This thankfully kind of fixes a lot of those things. This is the PC version. I think the game looks incredible. I think if you're looking at old footage, or if you don't think this looks much improved, I don't know. I guess the PlayStation Pro isn't for you because you can't tell the difference. It's incredible. I think it looks so good. Everything's exactly the way it should be. It feels modern-ish enough. There are still some major gripes with it, in terms of that definitely feel old. However, there are still some things that feel as new as today, if not better than today. This is the game that kind of started the whole audio log, press to activate and you're walking through the world thing, but this game does it right. So many games, what was I playing through recently? Fallout 4, the Nuka World DLC. Yeah, you listen to an audio tape, and it's like a minute and a half, and you're walking around the world, and I don't trust the engine of Fallout or Fallout in general to go through a loading screen door and for that recording to still be going correctly. So I'd stop and I'd kind of walk around and I guess I'm biding my time listening to this audio log. It doesn't fit right. It's not cohesive into the universe or into that place that was built. Or conversely, you'd be into combat. So you'd be listening to some audio log, and it's like, we're doing important and science things, and all of a sudden, shit blowing up everywhere. It's out of control with Fallout. It's out of control. These audio logs don't work in that game. But in BioShock, they do perfectly. There are a couple of sentences, there are a paragraph, they're 30 seconds at most, and they fit into these areas. This is a game also that has almost constant narration, but you can start an audio log when narration is going on, and it just starts at the end of the narration. Or the audio log itself is only 30 seconds, or only 15 seconds, and it fits in perfectly where you are, and you can explore naturally, and it isn't there for so long that you're fighting 15 splicers while listening to it. It fits so well. I love it. That's incredible. But let's talk about actually the problems with this. A lot of people are complaining about the PC version with the mouse input, which was apparently bad in the original. I'm playing with a controller, so I don't know. I can't say. But apparently it's still bad or broken or unplayable. But whatever, just play with a controller. I don't know what to tell you. I'm playing PC games on my TV. I'm not going to use my keyboard. But there are a few issues, and one of them is definitely a sign of the times where this game was made. It saves at the beginning of every level, and it does not save anywhere else. And you might think, there's no problem with that. Who cares about the game saving? It's got the Vita chambers. You can't really die because of that, so what does it matter? Most people aren't going to go into the options and turn Vita chambers off on their first playthrough unless they know what they're doing and know they need to save anyway, so that's not a big problem, is it? No, it is a big problem. Because I've had the game freeze on me twice. And freeze on me so bad, I couldn't even I could alt-tab out of it, but I couldn't close it. And I couldn't get the task manager to show above the game, so I had to restart my computer to continue playing the game. Not to mention these splash screens at the beginning, which are a solid 2 minutes of waiting for the fucking thing to load, and I do need to find that console command to get rid of that shit, because it is exhausting. Why are there so many opening videos? They're so goddamn long. Oh, we got NVIDIA. Oh, we got this 2K team. Oh, we got this 2K team. Oh, there's another fucking team. It's too many. It's too many. So, whatever. I had the game crash me twice while opening up the map screen. And the last time was when an audio log ended, and I pressed it at basically the same time. I don't know if that's related. I don't even want to do more testing to see if it's related, because it's infuriating. I lost so much progress. Lost probably about an hour. This is another anachronism. These loading screens. And a modern game now wouldn't have these stark stops for loading. But whatever. I lost so much progress with these errors because the game doesn't autosave. Now I'm constantly saving, and when you go to save, it's not like a game today where it'll save in the background. No, it pops up like it just did with the loading screen and says, "I'm saving. You sit here for 5 seconds." And I understand. Oh, it's just 5 seconds. Whatever. Who cares? Yeah, I get that. But the game doesn't autosave. That makes it feel so old and just not fun when you press the back button to look at a menu and the game crashes and you lose 30 minutes of gameplay. No one likes that. So there's two problems here, the crashing and the saving. But there's also the problem of that map menu. It takes a good 2 seconds for it to load for some reason for me. So I'll play the game and you press the button and you freeze, and then it pops up. It's ridiculous. You are loading a map and a little menu. This menu should not take half a second, much less 2 seconds to load, to the point of where, like, I'm worried every time I press it. Like, did it crash this time? I'm gonna go save the game before I open up this menu because I don't want the game to crash. That's ridiculous. How can this pass QA when that's happened to me? Now, I don't know. Maybe is that a widespread thing? I don't know. But it's infuriating. It's infuriating even if the game didn't crash. Waiting 2 seconds to look at the map? I'm pretty sure the original BioShock did not take 2 seconds to look at the map. Okay? Pretty sure. I don't know what that's all about or why that's happening. Not a fan. Everything else about this, it's still BioShock. It's still phenomenal. The way it presents its world and has you explore it, and has these moments where the enemies are kind of just being people. They're kind of just walking around, not really dealing with you. Certain of them are just walking. It's very created. You can feel the hand of the creator here. There are so many moments where you go into a door and an enemy will spawn outside of that door because you walked in it. It's very set up. I forget there's a term for that, but it doesn't matter. It's very, very manufactured in that way. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's noticeable if you're looking for it. That's fine. It's great. The gameplay of it is still great, and I'm so glad to go back to it because, like I said, I went back a couple of years ago and I could not play it. Could not do it. It was not right. But this is great. The way it sets it up, it's still got one of the best first half hours in video games. From Andrew Ryan's welcome screen video, just seeing the water, this part, to just everything about it. The lady with the crib and the shadow. It's awesome. The game's incredible. I look forward to playing through it and probably BioShock 2. Not Infinite. I played the Infinite a bunch. I don't need to play through it again. But I'll play through 1 and 2. It looks so good. They fixed the physics, which were terrible. Which were god-awful. They looked really bad. There was one other thing about BioShock. Oh, the developer commentary things are really interesting videos. And actually, the first one in here that I found is 13 minutes long or so. It's very, I was not expecting these videos to be, I was like, oh, 3 to 5 minutes. 13 minutes where you're just walking around. Oh, I guess I'll watch this. I guess I'll watch this movie in the middle of my game. But very interesting stuff. It's at a very low volume for some reason. I don't know why, or if that was just me. But it's great. BioShock is great. If it could just get rid of these weird technical problems with it, namely just the crashing and the very slow, shitty menu that takes forever. And why autosave? Like, if you're going to take the time to do this, I feel like you could have made autosave triggers. Even if it was an option I could turn on, where it would annoyingly pop up and make me stop playing for 5 seconds, I would rather that than lose progress. I would so much rather that. Because this losing progress shenanigans is not right. I do not approve of this. It's just, it's so old. That's such an old thing of not saving your progress. I know, I'm just a little salty from losing so much time. And that's why I stopped playing the game yesterday, is because the game crashed on me again. I'm like, alright, I'm done. I guess I'm done for tonight. Because I'm not playing any more BioShock. Because it crashed. Thanks a lot. So happy about this. So goddamn happy about this. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable that it could crash like that. That even happened. I haven't looked today, but to see if anyone else is having that problem. But man, not pleased with that. Everything else is fantastic. This, I want to play through it all again, but Stands is probably one of the best games ever made. Still, it's incredible. I know I played through it a ton when it originally came out. The way it has its world is just, this is how a Fallout game should be in terms of exploring. I think we've gotten too crazy with the idea of make worlds larger, fill them with so many different things, and instead having this really tight, finely tuned, crafted experience is definitely super valid and very interesting, even for a game like this, which could be an incredible open world game, but it doesn't need to be that. It has its own thing, and it allows it to have its story and to have these moments that are iconic. Like, that is an iconic screenshot, an iconic moment of the game, and it can only really be that way because you're playing it in a linear fashion and you're not leaving the vault and going east for 6 hours and then doing a main quest. A main quest. Remains to be seen. But they also changed the field of view here if it looks a little different. That's all. I don't know if that's on the console version of PC. You could like zoom it out. People are complaining about the lack of PC options. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Not every game's gonna have 16 different sliders to checkbox. If that's such a big thing to you, then wait. Also, the game was free to me because I had a BioShock already. I bought it on a Steam sale for like $5 all the BioShock games except for Infinite. So I got this for free. So I don't know why. Oh, why is this annoying? It's super to me now. Like, it was free though. So just wait. Maybe they'll patch it. Maybe they won't. It was still free. You didn't buy it. PC people. Why aren't there 16 anti-aliasing options? I don't know. Maybe because most people don't give a shit. Just turn it on max and shut up. You can do that on your GPU as well. You can just go into the settings and do it manually if you're so into it. So into it. I was waiting for this corridor to fill up, but it doesn't fill up. I thought it did. I thought it filled up more. Could have swore it did. This is how much I played the demo. I just kept looking at every single scene playing that demo. Incredible. I don't even know if I was excited for BioShock before that, but then after playing the demo, whoa. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I still think games that have this health system are a little archaic in terms of you can have 9 health packs and 9 of those Eve hypo things. But whatever. I mean, they also built it with Vita chambers. It's a very strange way they made it. But it's great. If you haven't played BioShock, just play fucking BioShock. Why are you waiting? Why did you wait till now? What a weird person. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. I also love how slow you can play it. It is really about combat. A lot of people have complained about Infinite, saying that Infinite is more of a shooter, and it is more of a shooter, but there's still a lot of combat in this game. Don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself. The loot's so fun. I love it. This game's great. It's great. End of discussion. Get that out of there.